Okay, we're going to read rocket launchers. Okay?
No, it isn't. It's Toy Story.
Yeah, but it's Toy Story about rocket launchers. That's the name of the story.
Then isn't the name of Toy Story?
It's the name of this story.
You. My arm is in the way of your phone.
Are you going to listen to the story now? Woody the cowboy doll stood at the window in Andy's bedroom and peeked outside at the school bus. He heard the front door slam downstairs, and then he saw Andy run down the driveway, his backpack bouncing behind him. Andy stepped onto the school bus, and the bus quickly pulled away. Woody watched until the bus turned the corner and was out of sight, and then he turned around and looked at the other toys in Andy's room. "All clear," he announced. "Andy's off to school." The toys gathered on the floor in the middle of the room, surrounding a long cardboard box. Andy had brought it home the night before. Woody climbed down from the desk and walked over to the box. "Now," Woody said.
What's that?
It's a school bus.
Ew. The school bus weird.
What?
Does the school bus look like a house?
No, it looks like a school bus. We have them drive outside our house. Have you seen them outside our house?
Yeah.
"Now," Woody said, "let's get a look at whatever this is." Woody flipped open the box flaps and looked inside. He saw several rubber tubes and a tall plastic stand. "What's in there?" Slinky Dog asked. He nudged Woody and looked inside. "I'm not sure, Slink," Woody said. He pulled out a piece of paper out of the box. After a couple of minutes, he smiled. "It's a rocket launcher," he said.
But look it.
What?
It's a box still.
But it's a box with a rocket launcher in it.
Yeah. Hey, it's busting off.
"How far do you think it goes?" Rex the dinosaur asked. "There's only one way to find out," Buzz Lightyear the space ranger replied. He started to lift pieces out of the box.
Two CBs.
Bo Peep.
Go beep.
Piggy.
Piggy.
The aliens.
Oof.
Woody helped Buzz put the rocket together. When it was finished,
He's
Buzz said,
swinging.
"Now, who wants to go first?"
Swingy died.
"You're right." I do,
What's
Jessie said as
this?
she jumped up and raised her hand. That's
this?
the rocket launcher. Buzz showed her what to do. There was a
What's
pump
in
attached.
it?
Nothing.
That's
To the launch pad. Jessie stepped on the pump as hard as she could, and the rocket launcher shot up into the air. It floated for a minute before landing lightly on Andy's desk. "Cool," said Ham the piggy bank. "Can I try?" "Sure, everyone can try,"
Dada.
Woody said.
What's it?
That's... I just forgot his name. When it was all set up again, Ham stomped on the pump. Whoosh! The rocket shot all the way across the room. That's Buzz Lightyear.
Go back.
What?
I got
That's Rex. That's Jessie. "Look at that," said Rex. "The harder you stomp, the farther it goes." Soon all the toys wanted to see how far each of them could make the rocket fly. Buzz and Woody helped set up the rocket for each toy and then measured... I can't see now.
Died. Wait.
And then measured the distance the rocket flew with the string from a yo-yo. Some toys launched the rocket straight up in the air, while others aimed the desktop toward Annie's room. "Looks like we have a tie," said Buzz, after all the toys had taken a turn. "Yep," Woody agreed.
Know who this is?
"It's Buzz Lightyear." Ham and Slink both made it all the way to Andy's door. "We need a tiebreaker," Jessie said. "That's a great idea," Woody replied. He helped Buzz set up the rocket, and they turned to face the other toys.
Rex.
"What about best out of 3?" Rex offered. "That'll take too long," Jessie said.
I know
She
all
was
the
eager to
names.
see... I know you do. She was eager to see who the winner would be. "We could do one final stomp," Buzz suggested. "That puts the pressure on Slink and Ham." "That's okay," said Slinky Dog. "Yeah," agreed Ham. "One more stomp sounds good to me."
My foot with
What can you do?
I just turn on it with my foot.
Oh, I thought you were trying to touch your foot to your nose again.
I won't.
That's what you did yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. I got a lot of bruises.
You have a lot of bruises?
Hey.
Woody held his hands behind his back. Slinky Dog and Ham had to guess how many fingers he was holding up to see who would go first. Slinky picked 5 and Ham guessed 3. 5 is right. Slinky, go first, Woody said, holding up his wide open hand. Why did you want to hear this story?
I don't know.
Do you like this story?
Yeah.
Well, come listen to it then. 5 is right. Slinky goes first, Woody said, holding up his wide open hand. Slinky Dog walked over to the rocket. He stretched his body and rolled his head from side to side to loosen up. When he was ready, he nodded to Buzz. Okay, Buzz announced to all the toys. This is it, the big stomp. Slinky and Ham will each try to launch the rocket as far as they can by stomping on the pump. They only get one try. Whoever's rocket flies the farthest is the winner. The other toys fell silent as they watched Slinky Dog step on the pump. Slinky lifted up his paw. Grrr! He said. Are you going to come listen to the story? Come listen to the story, please. Come listen. The other toys fell silent as they watched Slinky Dog step up to the pump. Slinky lifted his front paw. Grrr! Ha! Got you, he said as he pushed down on the pump as hard as he could. The rocket didn't move. Blah, 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 the end. No? Isn't that the end?
No.
Why not?
You gotta get to that.
Oh, I see. Slinky Dog looked at the rocket sitting on his stand. What happened? He asked. I don't know, Slink, Buzz said as he walked around the rocket. It looks like it was all set up correctly. I don't know why it didn't move. Are they going to the moon?
Yeah.
Maybe Slinky should try again, Rex suggested. Or Ham could go, Jessie said. Ham walked up to the rocket as Slinky Dog backed away. I'll give it a try, he said. He counted to 3 and then stomped his foot on the pump, but the rocket still didn't move. Well now, we know something's wrong if no one can make it move, Woody said as he walked up to the rocket. He looked at Buzz. What do you think happened? Buzz smiled. I think we have some space invaders, he said. He walked around the side of the rocket and opened a small door. The 3 little green aliens peered out at Buzz and the rest of the toys. Hey guys, Woody said. What are you doing in there? Go to Earth. Just wondering how long it would take you to comment. The aliens said together. One of them pointed towards the corner of the room by Andy's desk. Woody looked at Buzz, confused. Buzz looked over at the desk and saw a globe sitting on top. Do you know what a globe is? I didn't think so. Andy had been using it the night before for a school project. Buzz helped the aliens climb out of the rocket. Sorry guys, he said, you're already on Earth. This is just a tiny scale model of the real... Buzz, Woody interrupted. He knew Buzz could rumble on about the galaxy for hours. Can we get back to the contest? Slinky and Ham want to see who can shoot this rocket to the moon. The other toys clapped and cheered, ready to get to the contest back underway. Slinky Dog stretched again as he waited for Buzz to give him the all clear. And then he stepped up to the pump. Come on, if you want to hear the end of the story, you gotta come. Slinky Dog stomped on the pump as hard as he could. The rocket shut off the stand and flew across the room. Ooh, the little green aliens said as they watched it fly. Good job, Slink, Woody said. That'll be a tough one to beat, said Rex, who had scurried across the room after the rocket. He waited by it while Woody measured the distance with a string. Okay, no more feet. You just kicked Mummy. That hurt. Are you going to come listen to the story now? Ham stepped up for his turn. Rex was waiting across the room where Slinky Dog's rocket had landed to show Ham how far he had to go. And Jessie. Ham stomped on the pump and his rocket shot into the air. Everyone held his breath as they watched it fly, and then it landed in the same place Slinky's dog had. Another tie, Jessie yelled. What do we do now? Slinky Dog looked at Ham. Ham looked at Slinky. What if we give the aliens a ride? Ham suggested. They're going to put the aliens in there. That's a great idea, Woody exclaimed as the aliens cheered. Ride into space. Nope, come back. No more light. Okay, Mom's done. I'm done reading. Well, come back then. Ride into space, they said as they shuffled back to the launch pad. You'll have to go one at a time, Buzz said as he helped the first alien into the rocket. He stuck a handkerchief into the small space around the alien. Can't hurt to have some extra cushioning, he said. For the rest of the morning, the aliens rode one at a time in the rocket. Each of the toys took a turn stomping on the pump to see how far they could make the aliens fly. When the other toys got tired of playing with the rocket, Buzz and the aliens sat beside the globe. Well, fellas, Buzz said, what do you think about your rocket ride? Fun, they said. Tomorrow we go home. You are home, guys, he said. How are your space invaders doing? Woody asked as he walked over. Slinky and Ham were just saying that they thought if they worked together they could launch all three of you in one go. Ooh, said the aliens. That's Prospector. And Woody and Jessie. And a fish. Buzz stood up and gave Andy's globe a spin. That's the plan, he said. Teamwork will get us out of the galaxy to the moon. To infinity and beyond, he said.
Daddy.
That's the end of the story.
Mom, you want to get to there.
No, I'm not reading to the end of the book. That's a big book. And you weren't listening anyway. Say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, Marin.
My teeth.
Say bye. Say goodnight, Marin. Hey. Hey. Say goodnight, Marin. What are you doing?